Hey everybody, it's Paul from Fat Guy Productions, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas. Did you hear that little bleep bleep when I walked in the door? Well, that was my Ring alarm. Today we're going to talk to you about it, and we're going to take a look and see if everything they're saying is true. And by now I'm sure you've seen all the videos of Shaquille O'Neal in his big giant blue t-shirt hawking this thing. They make a lot of claims. We're going to look at them and see if they're true. There are literally thousands of alarm systems on the market today, and Ring is somehow trying to sell you the idea that theirs is the one you want. They brought in Shaquille O'Neal in a giant blue shirt, and they're telling you all about it, and they're saying it is user installable, super easy to put in. They're saying there are no strings attached. You buy it, you stick it in, and you're done. So it's sounds a little bit too good to be true. So how far from the truth is Ring with their claims, their boasts? Well, honestly, they're really not too far off. The Ring alarm is living up to all of the expectations they give you in their advertisements. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the system and show you how it works, and we'll talk to you about some of the pros and cons. All right, so right here, you can see my Ring alarm installed, okay? Now, I bought a set, and it came with the whole thing. It came with the sensors and everything you needed, okay? It was all done. I'm going to put a link to the Ring alarm in the comments down below. So if this ends up being something that you want to do, you can. So let's first talk about buying this alarm, okay? So why would I want to spend a lot of money on an alarm system? And caveat, it's really not a lot of money in my book for home security. But why would I want to pay that when every alarm company in the world is offering a free alarm system? Well, because there really are no strings attached to this alarm. You buy this, you stick it in, and you're done. Now, there is an asterisk there by that. I'm going to put a big asterisk right here somewhere. Okay, so there is an asterisk to that, and I'll explain that in a second. But really, you buy this, and you're done. If you buy a system from an alarm company, okay, you're going to get the system for free, but you're going to be on the hook for a 2 to 3 year contract of monitoring, where you're going to be paying $20, $30, $40 a month for them to monitor it. Trust me, you're paying for their alarm, okay? You really are. Ring, you're paying for your alarm, but that can be it. When you buy the kit, the first thing you're going to get is the base station right here. This is the base station, and it is the speaker for the siren. It has indicator lights to let you know what's going on with the system. It's got all the brain functions in it. It's got a rechargeable battery, so if the power goes out, or if you don't even want to plug it in, you can just use it off its battery. It's got Wi-Fi in it, and it has cell phone backup, so if your Wi-Fi system is down, it will still do its job. All right, over here you have the Ring control panel, and this is how you interact with the system. You put in your code, and you can put away or home or disarm it. If you push the 2 red buttons at the bottom, that's the panic alarm. It will set it off immediately. And it's essentially your communications device. The kit will come with, depending on the kit you get, it can come with a motion sensor, it can come with door sensors, and basically enough to protect your entire house. So that's the kit as a whole. So let's talk about this. First, installing the base station. What is involved in installing the base station? Actually, what's involved in installing the entire system? They say anybody can do it. Well, to put this system in, it's 4 screws, 2 plugs into an outlet, and some double-sided sticky tape. That's it. Anybody can do it. Okay, seriously, you can do it with your eyes closed. The base station is attached to the wall with 2 simple screws. Then the power cord runs down behind my desk and plugs into an outlet. Like I said, you don't even need to wall mount it. You can throw it on a table, leave it sit there. When the battery gets low, you can charge it up and then go all over again. I didn't want to do that. So my system just sits here. It's running all the time. It's powered. It's mounted to the wall. The keypad, again, 2 screws and a plug into the outlet down below the desk. You can see the little cord right here, okay? And that's actually one of the reasons I chose this location to put it. It was convenient for me to get in and out of the house and get to this, and it was also a nice place to put it out of the way, and I had power outlets. It really worked out fine for me. But once again, it's just 2 screws. So it's actually all very easy to put in. It functions just like anybody else's alarm. You put in your little code, and then you push home. If you're at home and you're going to bed at night, that will set all your sensors that if they're triggered, the alarm will immediately go off. If you have a way, it'll give you a countdown counter to get out of the house before it arms, and it'll have a countdown counter for when you get in. The alarm works with its app very, very simply. In fact, a lot of these things you need to program and connect and link and stuff. Everything in the box came pre-linked. I didn't have to do anything with that. The base station already knew about this keypad, and the entire system knew about every sensor that was in the box. I didn't have to do anything. I activated them by pulling a little piece of tape out, and he turned on.
Okay, I've put my code into my alarm, and then I'm going to hit away. As you can see, it will start a countdown timer to allow me to get out of the house. You have complete control of the countdown timer through the app. Once the timer is done, the alarm will arm.
Away and armed.
To disarm, simply put the code in again and push the disarm button. Voila,
Disarmed.
off. Now I'm putting my code in, and I'll push the home button.
Home and
The
armed.
alarm will set immediately. I'm now safe and secure in my home. And again, to disarm, type in my code and push the home button.
Disarmed.
Prepare to cover your ears. By pushing the 2 red dots at the bottom, I can trigger the panic feature, and this will automatically set the alarm off. Again, type in your code and then push disarmed, and everything is back to normal. On the top of the base station, you can see the status lights and the pairing button. There's also some connections in the back, but the only one I need is the power one. The special bracket for the keypad allows you to take the keypad off the wall at any time. Just pop it off, unplug it, and throw it on the dining table if you want.
As to the sensors, these are simply attached here with double-sided sticky tape. They do have screw holes, so you can feel free to screw these into place. I didn't want to do that. I used the double-sided tape. They come in a matched pair here. This is a magnetic part, and this is the sensor part. It's got the battery pre-installed. All you have to do is pull out the little plastic tab. It comes right on out of there. And then you stick these on here. It's important that you make sure these registration marks on both pieces right here are lined up, okay? And you make sure that the gap isn't too far. And so what you do is you just simply do a little test, kind of hold them in place, work the door, make sure they're close enough and that they're going to trigger. Now you'll notice, you open the door, you get a little indication and you get a chirp from the system. You can turn that off. It's already going. As soon as I pulled that battery off and opened the door, it was working. Okay, it was that easy, literally. Okay, close the door. It's now ready to go again. If I want it to, I can set this that no matter what, if this door opens, the alarm will go off immediately when it's set. So, for instance, whether I'm home or whether I'm away, nobody should be coming in and out of my back door. It's set to go off immediately. But when I'm away, the front door is set off to be a delay so that I have time to come in and disarm the alarm. Now, of course, I hardly ever use the keypad because I use the app. I turn the alarm on, I turn the alarm off. Now, my Ring alarm came with a motion sensor, which I'm not using. I have a lot of dogs, I have people coming and going. I felt like a motion sensor would be an issue for me, so I didn't install it. But again, it's as simple as the door sensors in that you pull the little plastic tab out to activate it, and then you use double-sided sticky tape to put it wherever you want. And yes, again, you can use screws to mount it in there. So, what am I thinking about the Ring alarm? First of all, I'm thinking it's fantastic. It's exactly what they said it is. It's super easy to put in, and it works wonderfully. I don't have any problems with it. I've had it for a couple months now. Now, I told you about an asterisk, okay? I told you about a big asterisk when they said it is standalone, no additional cost. And they do mean that. But for the standalone system, you get the app, you get notified as people are coming or going, or if the alarm is tripped, all of that, but you don't get 24-hour monitoring from anybody. It is a standalone system. Only you and your family members who are logged into the system will get a notice of a door opening or the alarm going off or the status of the alarm being set or turned off. Okay? Nobody's monitoring it. Okay? And for me, that's the way I'm rolling right now. I'm rolling with it as a standalone system. I'm not paying a penny extra to use this system. I think I'm fine with that. The bottom line is I'm going to know if something happens. I can immediately look in on my security cameras, see if there's a problem, and if so, I can call 911. I know, having spent my career in emergency services, more and more home systems are triggering false alarms, and more emergency services are not responding to companies' alarm calls. Okay, so Ring isn't going to come out to your house even if you subscribe to their service. Okay, so you probably can save the money. But if you feel better about it, they do offer a subscription service for $20 a month that will give you monitoring. It also will affect your Ring Doorbell account and give you longer storage of the videos from your Ring Doorbell. So there's a lot of value to the subscription. For me, it's not something I choose to use. It is completely optional and does not alter the fact at all that when they say that this is a one-time standalone purchase, they mean exactly that. It is a one-time standalone purchase. Like anything, there are options you can add in. You buy a car, it's one-time purchase, it's this, you got your car. But maybe you want the cool stereo, maybe you want the backup camera, whatever, those are add-ons. And you buy them, and it doesn't change the fact that the car was here and you bought it for this price. This alarm is standalone. It works great. It is absolutely as easy to put in as they say. Okay? So on a bullshit level, they're getting a 10 out of 10 for being honest about their system. Their system really is everything they say it is, and it works fantastic. This might be exactly what you're looking for. Anybody can put this in and use it. So one of the drawbacks in my book is the lack of HomeKit compatibility. And that goes across the entire Ring product line. Ring is like the kings of doorbells and stuff like that, and now alarms. But they're missing the boat on jumping on the Apple bandwagon. I don't understand that. They say they're working on it and they're going to bring HomeKit compatibility. I can't wait for that. but it is a big negative in my book. But because the system is so cool and works so well and is so good and is everything they advertise, I'm ignoring the HomeKit issue and just crossing my fingers that someday they come through with the compatibility that they say they will. So the Ring alarm is everything they advertise. I'm loving it. I gotta be honest with you. I think it was worth every penny, and I love that I'm not saddled with some expensive subscription for the next 2 to 4 years. I highly recommend the system, and in this day and age, security really is on the top of my list and should be on the top of your list as well. As far as home automation goes, it's not quite there yet, but it should be coming in the near future. And the more people who buy the system and the more people who pester Ring about getting that home automation up and running, the quicker I think we'll see it. All right, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, ask any questions or comments you have down below. I'm also going to put a link where you can buy the Ring alarm down there. All right, this has been Paul from Fat Guy Productions. I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, be good.